We live in a new world. When this pandemic ends, and it will, people will go out to restaurants again. They'll go to movies and baseball games. They'll travel, but some things won't go back. Now, I think the quarantine has forever changed the workplace. There are tons of jobs that we now know can be done from home with minimal hassle. Working from home, or WFH, as everyone's suddenly calling it, represents the future, which is why we're paying such close attention to the technology companies that make it possible. Companies like Riverbed. Now, this is a privately held outfit that invented the whole concept of wide area network optimization nearly 20 years ago. Their platform maximizes performance and security for networks and applications. Basically, they ensure that all of this remote work software is actually usable. The company also has done a big cloud onboarding business of late. Now, Riverbed was taken private 5 years ago by Thoma Bravo, and they're still a major player here, and I think it's important to understand this industry. So let's take a closer look with Rich McBee. He's the president and CEO of Riverbed to get a better sense of what our work-from-home future might look like. Mr. McBee, welcome to Mad Money.
Well, thank you for having me on the show today.
Okay, Rich, so if I didn't use Riverbed versus I do, give me the elevator pitch for why I should switch.
Well, you should switch, or you should use our technology because it makes working at home easier. The applications that you use as a business professional in your home office will work much faster using our technology. We've taken it basically from the branch office and extended it out to the home, which you get office-type speed for business applications at the home environment. Today, many of the workers that are working from home are having to deal with multiple people on the family network trying to use the same amount of bandwidth at the same time.
Well, look, one of the things that I've learned is that I don't like it that much. And I don't like it that much because it's not fast enough. If I had faster technology, would it make it feel like it's the real space age? I got the blue circle of death the other day.
Well, yeah, you know, this technology that we've deployed agents out to the laptops or whatever device they're using at home does make it significantly faster, up to 10 times faster. So that's a real significant change for the business applications that they're using at home. We have CAD companies that you can imagine a CAD file, how large that is, that they actually are working at home on a CAD device, and uploading and downloading these super large files is critical to their work. But if you have to wait 30 or 45 minutes to download that file, that is a real impediment to productivity. And you know what we see is that they can download that file at the same speed that they were in the office, and that's an incredible capability.
So you turn my PC into something that's the equivalent of the much larger, more powerful PC workstation at my office.
Well, kind of. What it does is it gives you the same kind of speeds that you would see in an office environment at your home. And with, you know, if you look at the Fortune 500, there's 29 million workers who are working from their home today. And if you think about how fast this transaction has happened, you know, literally 30 days ago, I was doing a town hall from our office in New York, and now I'm doing this broadcast from home.
Boy, it's pretty good quality, got to tell you. Now, today, key Trump coronavirus task force must work remotely after positive COVID-19 tests. Even the task force. Will they tap into Riverbed?
Well, a lot of government agencies will. I can't say what customers are specifically using the capabilities or not, specifically regarding to the government. But I can tell you that we've had a tremendous uptick in the number of licenses. We even put a program in place for our installed base that said, hey, you can use this capability free for 90 days, get it out to your homes, get up and working in a business continuity environment. Once you're up in that environment, then in 90 days, we'll worry about the commerce piece of it.
I have to tell you that a friend of mine was talking about how already he knew someone who was laid off because, frankly, they started working at home, and turns out the person really wasn't doing much. I am wondering whether the companies are going to change forever and really see who's productive and who isn't. And in that sense, I want to be on Riverbed because otherwise I'm going to go snacking. I'm going to get bored. I'm not going to focus on my work. They're kind of discovering who is using their stuff and who isn't. So I imagine that in terms of work productivity, I want Riverbed versus not.
Well, you know, we actually have a small division called Eternity that you can actually help users determine how productive they are while they're working, using the apps, determining how fast applications are rendering and those kind of things. But if I think about how the workforce or from work from home has changed, the reality is when we finally get through this, and we will, the fact of the matter is the workforce is going to be changed forever. I think that we've always looked at the capability of having a nomadic worker or a worker that is in a mobile environment, whether it be at a Starbucks or anywhere else, as the next iteration of kind of a cloud-based network architecture. So we had been working on accelerating mobility for end users, and it didn't matter whether they were in a store, in a coffee shop, or at home. It just happened to be everyone's locked in at home right now, and this capability was really available at the right capability at the right time.
So, last question: you came in in last year? Obviously, no one saw COVID coming. How much of what people like about Riverbed were things that they didn't really care about before WFH?
Well, I think it was not that they didn't care about it, is that the environment wasn't right for the next generation of high-speed, work-at-home capability. So our strategy was really, really focused on what we call the 4 pillars. WAN optimization, we'll keep doing that. Application acceleration, network performance management, which gives people visibility into their networks when there's issues, and then SD-WAN. So those are the 4 pillars of our strategy for our company. And the reality is when COVID-19 happened, we saw a massive acceleration of our acceleration capability in our application acceleration, and also in our network performance management, where people who are now have a whole bunch of people. And if you think about a network, you think about now we've introduced a whole nother set of nodes, which is the home office. And IT departments are trying to manage their networks, manage the latency in those networks, and determine, okay, what's going wrong with the network. So our visibility solutions have had a triple uptake in the amount of business that we've seen, as well as the acceleration, which has been very large.
Well, Rich, congratulations on transforming it and being definitely the right time and the right company. I know a lot of people wish you'll be public because it's what we're looking for, pure plays on this issue. That's Rich McBee. He's the president and CEO of Riverbed, a private company that is very much involved with what you might be doing, which is working from home. Mad Money's back into the break.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.